Good afternoon or good morning. I don't know. I'm in France, but thank you very much for being here, part of the presentation today. What I'm going to show you here is a little bit of what I've done in conjunction with the Office of Innovation, and it's called the TU branding effect, how we can create original videos and have an effect on a flipped classroom concept. So the problem that we face, some of us, is that some entry-level courses, such as the Principle of Marketing, one class that I teach, has a large number of different students from all CBE majors. And the problem here is that maybe an accountant or an econ major is not as interested in the subject as a marketing major would be. So I needed to adapt teaching that class and make the content a little bit more lively, or at least capture the attention, and hence finding out a way to to deliver the content in a different way. So my goal here was to raise the attention of the participants, the students, in order for them to increase their retention level. And obviously, I wanted to also provide some experiential learning in the classroom, within the classroom, and carve out some time so I could do some coaching one-on-one with the students. So I decided to adopt the flipped classroom, and we have here a little drawing of what the flipped classroom looks like, where the traditional, some of you are probably aware of that, the traditional lecture and then at home doing some homework activities is actually flipped, so that at home you would see a lecture online most of the time, and then during classroom time you would do activities, homework or other type of activities. So the student learn the content at home, and then they take some quizzes online also at home. Then the class time would be dedicated to some experiential learning activities, such as talking about cases, having guest lecture, or having some hands-on homework. And then on Fridays, this is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of class. On Friday, we would dedicate that time to one-on-one coaching. Finally, all the exams in that particular experiment are the same. They are just a multiple choice type of question. So I could measure the effect of the videos and the flipped classroom. So in adopting the flipped classroom, I had two phases. The first phase was to use some videos that I captured from the internet, so free available videos, and use that as the content delivery, and ask the student to actually look at those videos and then read the chapter, do the quizzes, and come to class. In the second phase, we actually developed some TU branded videos, and that's the purpose of the presentation today, is to look at the effect of those videos. Is there an effect of a TU branded video where I actually film myself teaching the content, and then ask the student to review those videos, and then take the quizzes, read the chapter, and then come to class. So here is an example of what a video that is readily available on internet looks like.
How's your boyfriend? Is he working or studying?
He is working with his dad. Currently, he is so tension about his family business. His father is expanding their restaurant business to Singapore, and he is now helping his dad to do the marketing environment analysis. Sir, do you have time? Can I know what marketing environment is?
Sure, I do not have any class today. Marketing environment includes the actors outside marketing that affect marketing management's ability to build and...
So you see the problem in those videos, they are not TU branded, obviously, but also maybe there's some advertising coming up so that they can finance the videos. But more importantly, the content might not be exactly what you want to show. It might be too much or not enough. So I was not completely pleased with this. So I decided to try to develop TU branded videos with filming myself. And for that purpose, we developed about 15 videos, one for each chapter, from 4 to 10 minutes type of videos. And they were covering mainly the introduction to the chapter. The idea was to capture the attention, make it relatable, and maybe entice students to read the chapter, and then obviously help them in doing the quizzes. So this was done with the Office of Academic Innovation, and I just want to say thank you here officially to Latanya and David, who really helped me to put those videos together. So what I'd like to show you now is an example of that TU branded video, and then we can discuss some of the results. The product is often named with its own brand, its own logo, its own colors. It helps to differentiate the product from other similar products, whether they are from the same company or from a competitor. We can develop a line of similar products by selling different sizes of the same product or by modifying the product slightly to fit the needs of different targeted segments. For instance, I might think of 1 gallon lemonade, the 33 centiliter glass bottle, and the glass of lemonade as 3 different products. So thank you for watching this video. So what I'd like to show you now is a little bit of effect of the video, how much I could calculate the effect of the video. And the way that I did that was simply by looking at the grade. Did students learn more or less depending on the video setting? And secondly, course evaluation. Was it motivating? Did they like the class? And so on. As we can see on this graph here, the top line here is evaluation. Evaluation went up, actually went up 12% from the time that we had just the regular delivery, classroom style, lecture, and then homework at home, to what I called here the flipped classroom number 1, which is using internet videos. 12% increase in, let's call it satisfaction, for the lack of better word. So in terms of GPA between the regular classroom and the flipped classroom number 1, which is internet videos, it was pretty flat. Now, if we look at the last column here is the flipped classroom number 2, which is with TU branded videos, we see an increase of 8% on GPA. So it seems that there is learning, even though it's not statistically significant, but it seems that there is some learning. Remember that the exams are the same, so there's no judgment in measuring the GPA here. And then the evaluation went up 8% from the flipped classroom number 1 to the flipped classroom number 2. In other words, from internet video to TU branded video. And that's what I call the TU branded video effect. Both curves are going up, which means more satisfaction and more retention of the content. If we look at the detail of the grades, where we had that 8% increase is actually not more people getting B's or A's even, but it's actually less people failing the class, getting a D or an F. And I think that's a testament to the method where you can actually coach one-on-one and get participants that maybe in a traditional classroom would be disconnected somehow from the subject, so you can bring them to the subject and they will pass the class. In conclusion, I want to talk about some insight and some future research. The first insight is that there's definitely some learning happening, so at least there is less D's and F's, which is for me a good news at that level. Secondly, the experience seems to be more positive, more satisfaction if you wish, as it can be reflected in the evaluation. And finally, those two combined together is what we could call the effect of the TU branded video. Some future research, though, or some future question that I have here. First one is what is the shelf life of those videos? I'm going to grow older, or the subject might change, and should we change those videos? And then, there's a trade-off between the cost and the appropriateness here. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, can we use those intro videos and test whether or not this make people read the text, make the student read the text? Is there some kind of correlation between being interested in the subject just because of the videos and then reading the text, which eventually lead you to do better on quizzes and better in the class? And then finally, I'm asking the question, because could those videos be used and be made public so that could be used as a way for future students, potential students, to look at the way that we teach at Towson and maybe be interested in applying at Towson? So with this, I want to say merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to what I'm doing right now, which is study abroad in France, in Bordeaux, which here is very nice weather. And I will see you in Tarsen in a few weeks. And there's a Q&A session that the people from the Office of Academic Innovation are going to manage. Thank you. Bye-bye.